You realize how bad of a double chin you have?
I know. It's bad.
So fucked up. No neck, motherfucker. Oh, sorry.
We have 30 minutes on this section before our camera time's out. We need to get a new camera.
Why is it time out? Is that what the black is?
What?
When it blacks out on the YouTube?
Yes. Yeah, that's when it blacks out because the camera time's out. So you can still hear us, but it blacks out.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't know what was going on.
We need to just plug in some thermal videos in there.
Just put the M6 in here and record off it.
That'd be cool.
Oh my god, pick up the table. I feel like I'm in a fucking corner.
You are in a corner.
Can't handle that.
I set the frame, and here you go. You're jacking it up.
Well,
Yeah, I know your big ass head was in the way.
Oh, so sorry. So sorry. Podcast number 8.
I don't know. It might be 9.
I don't know. 8, 9. I think we've recorded some that didn't get published that were like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we should start by apologizing for not continuing the podcast series religiously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been off the ball on that.
I know. It's been really tough. It really
If
has.
anybody's going to take blame, I'm going to put it on you.
That's fine. Well, we've been gone once a month hunting.
Hey, that's good content, though.
And it's not like we didn't bring the camera shit with us.
Yeah, we took the podcast, we took all the podcast stuff and everything down.
We're just bad about not using it.
It's so hard.
When we went?
Dude, we ran out of, like, every time we go. You saw it this past time, right? Like, there's no time.
There's not.
And
Just
then
sleep.
and then they're like, well, while you guys are here, I know you've only slept for like 3 hours, but can you come cut down some of these trees?
Rearrange some stuff.
Rearrange some stuff in the gun cabinet? Absolutely. I'd be glad to.
Shoot, yeah.
So, this most recent, I think we should just, like, leave out the Blakely deal and all that. It wasn't really anything worth speaking of.
Oh my God, we didn't even.
I know.
Wow.
It was such a disaster. We had, I had some lady problems, I guess. I don't know if that's what you want to call it.
No, we're just going to leave that one in the dark.
Yeah.
That'd be the idea.
It was a bad mental space for me. So,
That's fair.
and we did.
Trip never even happened.
We also didn't kill anything other than a couple of pigs, and yeah, it was just not worth talking about. But Cooper got to experience it for the first time,
Yeah.
and so Cooper, tell us who you are.
Cooper Lance.
That's it.
That's pretty much it. That's the way it goes.
You're not a sharpshooter? Nothing cool?
I mean, I shoot on the weekends. I'm a recreational shooter.
Recreational shooter.
Not nothing
They
special.
like to classify you as hunter now.
I mean, yeah, I kind of thought that before, but I guess
I
now
get-
I really am.
You can be a recreational shooter and a hunter.
Nothing crazy.
Oh, okay.
Enjoy it.
So, in all fairness, I sprung it on Cooper 3 days before.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, do you want to leave for 3 days and go shoot some stuff? And he's like, can we do it next week? No, nope, this is it. This is
like,
the week.
I'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah.
You want
What?
to put the Wi-Fi password in?
What do you need Wi-Fi for?
My wife's going to kill me.
I don't know what the Wi-Fi password
Here,
is.
let's see.
It's the EMC phone number.
I had, right.
Just steal what I have.
I'm telling you, it's the EMC. Hey, you could have just hit. You fouled it up. It was about to give you the password. What is it?
What are you talking about?
What does it say the password is?
I don't know.
Well, how's he stealing it?
Because it says it.
Oh. Did you get in?
It's loaded. Anyway. So,
way to screw that up for everybody.
not too bad. Not yet. Yeah, so you were like, we kind of talked about it, and then
Oh my God, you're have to hook because it kicked me off.
it don't matter. I just couldn't wait.
Your internet sucks.
My internet is great. I have the best internet that you can get in the area. It better be great. It's freaking expensive. God, doing a podcast and YouTube stuff and internet, all that good stuff. You can't do that with bad internet.
You can't do it with bad technology.
You can barely do it with good internet.
I can't even do YouTube channels or YouTube videos from my house.
Yeah, and we don't even. I guess we don't really live in the boonies.
It's awful.
I don't know. Windstream. If the wind blows, you don't have it. It don't work.
Yeah,
Windstream's awful.
Drives me crazy.
I don't know how to say this, but hashtag Windstream, you suck.
yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Tell that right now.
But so we started talking about it.
Well, to start with, if we hadn't ran over a water meter and busted it, and you were the
Yeah.
one to come out on call,
That's right.
we probably would have never even thought
We'd
to
have
call
never
you.
even crossed paths.
So you have to take all the bad things that lined up in order for the good thing to happen.
Yeah.
Because it was pretty bad. Because the whole reason we were there is because these people had trees that were about to fall on their house.
Yep.
Yeah, and
It's
then,
like the whole farmer story is his horse died. And he was saying,
oh
well,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah, that's
that
good
whole
luck.
story.
That's bad luck. That's from Bluey, people.
Maybe.
It is. That's from Bluey.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, whenever you have children, you watch Bluey.
I don't.
It's well worth it.
Yeah, but yours are old enough where they don't watch Bluey.
Yeah, but you're a grown ass adult.
I just about watch it by myself.
I catch myself just like the kids will be playing in the room.
Yeah, and I'll
and
just
I'll
be
watching it.
Dude, it's good. Hashtag Bluey.
Yeah. But ran over the water meter. Then we turned around and the next week.
On a Friday. Ran over the water meter on a Friday at like 6:30.
Yeah. And then what was it, Tuesday? You're like, no, I guess it was Monday. You're like, you want to go? And I was like, I'll get back to you on that one by the end of the day.
Yeah. So you were pretty swift to respond too. It probably took you an hour, maybe.
I was super lucky because when you called me, I had you on speakerphone.
I didn't even know. Like, I wasn't even. It never even crossed my mind to go. We just get a call from Skip, and he's like, "Hey, can you come down in the next 2 weeks?" God, I guess.
Why did he want us to come down the next 2 weeks?
Before it got too hot, and thank God
just-
we did because it was freaking hot.
Yeah, it was. The tent turns into a sauna midday.
Yeah. Air conditioner doesn't even.
It does not put a dent in it.
Yeah, it was nice though for those few dark hours.
The one day that we opened the flaps, it wasn't too bad for some reason.
It
I don't know
helped.
if it was this breeze or.
Well, it was that rain was coming in, so it stayed cloudy. The sun never cooked the tent.
Yeah, if the sun never hit the tent, it wouldn't have been bad. Yeah. But
So, anyways, we get down there. Cooper pops his cherry shooting his first pig.
yep.
That was the first thing we killed, right?
That was on night 2. First night we got surrounded by the coyotes.
Oh,
We was trying to play
yeah,
whack-a-mole.
That whole
Yeah.
deal.
Them little sons
I was
of...
thinking that was the same night, wasn't it?
We pulled up to the Coyotes R Us field.
Yes.
That was the most unbelievable thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Everywhere.
Like what?
No response to any kind of calling whatsoever.
Well, they would respond, but they wouldn't come to us. Like they wouldn't come in. They wouldn't.
Yeah, okay.
It didn't pique their
Yes.
interest whatsoever.
No. Even the
just-
ones that were in the field that you could see that 900 yards away,
Never looked
Nope.
at us.
won't look, won't move. Matter of fact, they didn't even run until they got shot at.
Yeah.
Like,
They just-
and you had to get close. Like, if you blew up dirt too far away, they weren't running.
They just looked
Just
at it.
because you were shooting in the field, they weren't running.
But we would locate, and then they would answer in a probably 1,500 yard radius around us.
Shoot that one set. We had, 4 packs around us?
Yeah.
Calling?
And then
Nothing.
didn't see but 3, and they all come from the same place. I don't know if they were just.
Well, and then the following, no, it was 2 nights later. We went and called the same field, nothing.
Not
Yeah.
a peep.
Zilch.
Couldn't
Dead.
get nothing
Which
even.
we shot at. There was one in that one field.
There
Yeah,
was
but that was
none.
just a random.
There was
he was
none
just
that third night.
bebopping
It was
through.
just cruising.
Not on the Coyotes R Us fields.
No, but that was a different field. When we was,
There's so many fields. It's all such a blur. I can't really remember what
Especially
happened.
as tired as we were, and it's just endless out there.
Oh yeah, it's by day 3, you're like fighting to stay awake.
Yeah.
It's
It was 36 hours of hunting and
3 days.
I think the biggest pick me ups.
I think we got. We probably. I
11
think
hours of sleep.
we probably
10
had more
hours.
than 36 hours this time because last time we knocked off at 4, and we watched the sun come up twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we had easy another 2.5
I know
hours.
we rolled in one night like 6:30. I think that was the last.
It was
night.
7:30.
Yeah, like it was.
The night that
Ass
the
crack
drone
of
got
dawn.
stuck in the tree.
That's on night 2.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, that's a whole.
Oh my God.
debacle.
That was, yeah. So let's go. Night 1, we basically,
Played whack-a-mole.
whack-a-mole with coyotes. Anywhere from like 400 to, what was
So
it?
no,
maxed
it's-
out the rangefinder on the one.
It's farther than 400 because we couldn't touch them.
There were
400 to 1200. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
The ones down in the
That's right. Yep. I'm getting,
that one that was
I was
getting it
way
up
out
through
there.
there was thousands.
yeah. I mean,
It was everywhere, but
it was not.
you could turn the
Ideal.
call off, and then they would just come
Yeah,
meander
if
down
the
into
call was
field.
playing, nothing. It would be dead. You turn the call off, and next thing you know, they're just popping out of the corner.
They're just coming
Oh.
out of the woodwork.
But I don't even know what they were doing.
Either do I. It had Mason and puzzled just because it's like you just catch glimpses of them running in between the tree lines, going through the little valleys.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the hard part about coyotes is you can hunt some like here and know every move that they'll make, and then you'll go somewhere else and you'll never pique their interest,
Oh, yeah.
and then you go like I hunted not far from here and like nothing. They're like we see them all the time, like nothing. Didn't
Well,
answer,
the
didn't-
biggest thing is it's like you got your different areas, but you don't hunt the other area enough to pattern them, and
which that's a whole nother thing is I don't think you can pattern them for so long.
I think it
Then
depends on the day.
Yeah.
Like, just like sometimes, like, you'll see 1,000 deer, and other nights you won't see any deer out anywhere.
It's like today they were everywhere. Like we was driving down the road and they just be standing in the fields.
Yeah, front. All this weather moving in. So, night 1, we played whack-a-mole. Night 2, what did we do during the day?
well, right at
Sweat.
dusk, we got the call from Ryan to go shoot them hogs. That was
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
fun stalking in shorts and Crocs.
It
Yeah,
was not
so
fun getting towed
Night,
off.
yeah, night 2, I'm fixing to take a shower
Yep.
in our outdoor. We got a 4-gallon water heater.
Highly recommend.
It's great. Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Especially when it's so hot and you get so nasty. So I'm like fixing to take a shower, and Ryan calls me. And I'm like, hey, there's pigs down here at the feeder. He's like, there's 2 big ones. One of them's real big. And I'm like, well, how big's real big? And he's like, it's pretty big. So I'm like, okay. So I'm wearing gym shorts and a t-shirt and I think I had my flip-flops on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were not into the hunting apparel.
Well, and while you were gone, you drove the truck out in the field to get the target.
Yep.
Because we have a steel
You were,
coyote
like, waving
target
him
that's
down.
hanging up. So I'm like waving him down, like, let's go. And I'm like, hey, grab your stuff. We need to go down here and shoot some hogs. So maybe I can overlay some hog killing
that'd be.
in our gap when it blacks out. So somewhere right around that 30-minute mark, there should be some hog
I
killing
had my
overlaid.
loafers on.
No
short
death
sleeve
switch.
So
No,
we got,
that was pretty
tell you,
fun stalking in.
dude, those mosquitoes were horrible though.
After that night, it was 2 baths. One in a regular bath and then one in bug spray.
Yeah, dude, it looked like you got shot by a shotgun. They were eating him through his shirt.
Yeah, like all my shoulders were just eat up.
Yeah, it was bad.
Looked like fine shot.
So we slip up. Oh, what do we do with doors when we shut them?
Don't slam them.
Don't slam them.
I don't know. That's like one of those grained now. Say it to people and they still have no idea what.
Be in the Walmart parking lot, just easing it in. You just got to practice all the time.
Yep.
That's another story.
Year round, no slamming. By the way, if there's anybody out there who has some tips or how to turn off the freaking cab lights, like the interior lights on a 2011 F-150, let me know, because I'm fixing to just take the light bulbs out of them or put some black tape over them. This time we're going click, 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 click. But when you open the door or turn the truck off and
Yeah,
pull the key out, they come on,
Yeah.
don't
which
know
is
why.
not very conducive to stealth.
Mine's that way too. It drives me crazy.
So, yeah, we're going to have
See,
to
if you
come
just,
up with a
you know,
remedy.
buy a newer truck like mine, it's got a button there. You can
I
cut it
hunt
all
with a
off.
buddy. He's got a brand new Raptor, and like when you close the doors on it, like there's lights in the mirrors, there's lights on the tailgate, like it lights up like a.
Everything.
I'm like, it's like a Christmas tree. I'm like, we're not gonna see nothing.
Yeah, this is not gonna work. We need to turn the lights off.
Yeah, but
Get them old vehicles, dude. What happened to back in the day where you had a button where you could just dome lights off? You could shut all the lights
kill
off on the
everything.
truck. It would kill everything, even the dash. Like you could turn all the lights off, even with it running.
Yeah.
So Any of you vehicle
Probably could put it-
manufacturers out there, we're not scared of the dark.
No. Especially
like-
if you drive with night vision. It's not great. You're just blind.
So, the shooting the hogs right at dark was great
Yeah.
because we were done. We already had them. We cleaned them, had them in the cooler had ate supper and everything by what, like 8:30 or 9. And we're like, all right, let's roll, which panned out in our favor because we were, I'm not going to say the name of the farmers, but we were riding through
We were looking for more pigs.
looking for more pigs to keep them out of the crops. And here comes, like, we see headlights out in the field, and the farmer had gotten his massive tractor stuck.
Well, first we didn't realize it was a farmer.
we didn't know.
We
Yeah,
thought it
it
was
was
somebody
stopped.
poaching.
Yeah, we didn't know if it was
Ryan's
somebody
like, we'll find
poaching
out.
or what. So we pull over and we're waiting. Well, he texts the farmer. And he's like, "Oh yeah, well it's actually farmer's daughter's boyfriend." Right,
Something to that.
but he was allowed to be there.
Yeah.
that was the point. So he comes up. We're like, "Hey," or Ryan's like, "Hey, why don't you check out this thermal stuff?" So we'll go through a whole list of everything that
Basically,
we
we
used.
just showed him your stuff.
Yeah, we showed him the RS-75 and the M6, and I think he looked at the Bolt 35 too.
I think so.
And so, anyways, he was like, "Oh wow, that's really cool." He's like, "What do you guys think about shooting some deer?" And he's like, "We have a depredation permit." I was like, we have one more night here, so if you can get us listed on the depredation permit by dark tomorrow, we will be glad to help you out.
Yeah.
They're like, "Okay, great." So sure enough, went, talked to the farmer, and we got on the depredation permit, and I was game on.
Give us a bunch of
Did I-
tags.
did I
And
got eat by the dog. I went
Oh,
to the
yeah,
bathroom,
dude, that
trying to
dog-
leave.
Yeah, we had, so the way it works is when you get like any of the depredation stuff, you have to give them like a copy of your driver's license and all that good stuff. So we went to exchange information and pick up the tags, and this little dog almost bit me right.
so much wanted
eat
you.
you.
Yeah, dude, I'm wearing
They care about
shorts, and he was like
nobody else.
trying to go up my shorts and bite me in the taint.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "What are you doing, dog?" So anyway, and then I'm like,
She's like trying to grab her.
I don't want to kick the farmer's daughter's dog. They just gave us a bunch of like I'm trying to play it cool, and I'm like, "Dude, if this dog bites, like you don't even know, dog." Like,
You don't know what I have inside the truck.
yeah,
All I
in
gotta
my-
do is make it there.
in my pocket.
Yeah, but we're getting out of the way here.
Okay.
So, yeah, we ride around the rest of the night, and Rod looked at us, and he's like, "Oh, we've got some other fields that we've never been to. You can go ride those."
Oh no, it was I got a buddy.
Got a buddy.
yeah.
Yeah.
That might be interested in some IRA
I
stuff.
forgot.
Yeah, Jason Homo. He sends me his contact. Dude's name is Jason. He's got his last name in there. He's got his name in there as Jason Homo.
Poor fella. He ended up being a pretty good old kid,
Yeah, it's yeah.
especially them doing the drone work.
Yeah.
Awfully nice of them.
Yeah. So he's like, "Man, I got fields. We can go down here." He lives right next to a farm. So we fly the drone,
And
find
a
some
bomb factory.
and a bomb factory.
Looking for some pigs.
Looking for some pigs. And we go out there. Sure enough, there's pigs. We try to stalk up on them, get close, and they're moving so fast. By the time we get there, there's no pigs, but there's 10,000 deer.
Yeah.
Not
Literally.
not
Nah, I mean, there
no,
was probably.
like a realistic number. There would have easy been 300 deer.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
Once they started moving in, they just started coming out of the woodwork.
Like,
we were like, "What is
I've-
that? What is this?" This
I've
is
I've never
walking in
seen
the
that
field.
many deer in such a like. They filled
Yeah.
the fields
quick.
like full.
Like,
Never
on the
in my
spot.
life have I seen that many deer come out in a field. Like National Geographic, whenever the moose herds or the elk herds or whatever it is, where they're all running through like the Caribou Drive.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it was like. Just they're all just dumping into this field, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's a lot of deer."
There's
Although we
everywhere.
thought there was pigs there because it flew the drone.
There was pigs there,
There was
with the
at one point in
drone,
time.
and it was not littered with deer.
Yeah.
Because it also all those deer weren't in there as we walked in.
No.
They were filtering in as we were there.
And then everybody was trying to figure out what the rabbits were.
Oh, I just
There was
remember
like
what.
4 rabbits chasing each other.
Yeah,
through the field the
I was
whole
like,
time.
those are not rabbits. That grass is chest high. I'm like, dude, those are rabbits.
Those are not. This is not chest high.
I
It went
guarantee.
from foxes to rabbits to rabbits to foxes.
I guarantee you, in my and Jason was like, "No, dude, those are rabbits." And he's like, "Dad, those are not rabbits." I'm like, "Bro, if you look through my thermal, you will know those are rabbits."
Yep.
I can tell they're rabbits.
And they were like 300 or 400 yards away,
Yeah.
but they were just weaving,
Oh, yeah.
in
Wide
and out.
open. In
They're just having a good time jumping around.
Yeah. Mating season again.
Nope, but then the drone got stuck in a tree.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
We
Not
rode
yet.
for
We rode the loop, that giant loop.
Oh yeah.
And then we found hogs in fields and this, that, and the other. And then come to find out, the farmers wanted us to shoot the hogs that were in the fields that we saw, but we didn't know that while we were there seeing the fields. It's the whole thing. By
We
the
didn't
way,
want to shoot nobody else's fields.
the whole time that we're doing this, anytime we're in the truck and we're riding checking fields, we're using the iRay M6.
Yeah.
And
Absolute game changer.
it is nasty.
Wild. It's just
It has an internal gimbal that stabilizes it. You're panning around. If you like even remotely know where you want to look, you're just cruising down the road, scanning. I mean,
especially if you have 2 people.
yeah, it definitely
Makes it
takes
killer.
a pilot and a co-pilot
Yeah.
for sure. It would be
That was
it'd be hard to operate by yourself, but if you got one guy driving, one guy in the operating
Yeah.
driving, and then you can stop and shoot. That,
But I mean, realistically, all of our coyote hunting's done with 2 or more.
yeah,
So
every time. But the thing is when you're covering, like when you're riding through those farms and you're covering 12,000 acres, like
that's a little different.
you
need some equipment.
yeah, like, and going down there, like, it's cool. If you're scanning out the window with a hand scanner, kudos. Good for you. It's awesome. It's way better than a spotlight or nothing.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I'm telling you, it does not touch the
Every
M6.
time I think of somebody scanning out the window, I think of that post on Facebook. It's they're like, remember kids, when you're scanning out the window to watch where you're going, they like drove it off in a hole.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's dude, it's wild.
But when you put the M6 up there, I was like, this thing's gonna be like it's just gonna be rattly. And then like it was
it's not.
clear.
Oh, it's so smooth.
Even on the bumpy dirt roads, dude.
Yeah.
It just
was-
rolls.
Shoot, you could ball haul with that damn thing.
Yeah, just like if anything, you move too much in the truck to see the screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
More so than the video
doesn't.
being shaky. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It is well put together.
Yeah. So if you want an M6, hit me up. 706 Armory.
Yeah.
We will mail you one out if we can get them. I don't know how many are available in the U.S., but I talked to my IRA guy today, and there is one in open inventory. So as of the 30th of April, 2024, if you get with me in like the next day, might still be there.
Mites.
I'd say pretty good odds that it's gone by now,
Yeah.
but we'll
Because
see.
you know they're going to push that as fast as they can.
Yeah, well, it's not even hard to push. There's just not many of them out there. I get it. Like, it's a slow time, but boy, is it nice whenever it's hot and muggy outside and you can just crank the air conditioner.
Yep.
You just ride around in the air, do your whole deal. I mean, I've got to the point where I'm pretty spoiled. Like, I'd like to just pull up on a coyote set. I'm thinking about rattle can in the truck camouflage. So we can just back it in, turn it off, and just scan with the M6 and when everyone comes out.
I will say that the only thing that they should do is make the legs adjustable.
Oh, and where it
because of where
attaches to the truck.
Where the suction
Because
cups
of
hit.
the way trucks are nowadays, and they got to have body lines, and you can't just have a square
That's a good
body.
idea.
Yeah. Like if you
make
just
it-
had, if it was just a slotted screw where you could slide it in and out,
Yep.
That, or you can pivot them.
I will talk to the powers that be
That
at
would be-
IRA and see what we can do with that hardware.
Trying to sponsor me.
Yeah. We could even do that. I may mill that one out. Just put the little bracket on an end mill and just make a slot. I think it'll work.
That people are going to have no idea what we're talking about, though.
That's true.
Like the
Well, they will if they watch the M6 review.
That's true.
Or like, well, it's not even a review. It's more of the M6 setup. So this is going to be the M6 review. I mean, let's be real. Like if you wanted to, if you were going to put a number on it, I bet our success rate was 5 times what it would have been without it.
Oh, tenfold.
yeah.
If, or more. Like if that, I feel like 5 times is pretty conservative. Like,
Yeah, because you don't. I mean,
well, and just to put it in perspective, most of the time we would run two vehicles. So Ryan would be in front of us, we would be behind him. He's scanning with a hand scanner, and he just rolls on, and we're hitting him on the radio like, "Hey, there's something over here."
yeah. I mean, he would spot stuff,
Yeah,
but not as much as we were, especially.
No.
Are the
Especially-
hand scanners,
I think it's more or
magnified?
less we were able to tell
They are.
exactly what it was.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because we talked back and forth the radios, and he's like, "Hey man, there's something out in the field down there." And
We're like, "Oh
we
yeah, that's a
eyeball it.
rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a
Oh,
deer.
rabbit,
Oh, that's
possum.
a coyote. That's
Yep.
a fox. That's an armadillo."
Yep.
I should have. That one, I knew it was a pig, but I should have just shot at it.
Should have just shot the pig.
Yeah. Standing in the field out there, but
Once they get gone, it's too late.
well, he was moving pretty good. Ryan was like, "No, that's a deer." I'm like, "No, that's a pig, dude. I swear."
That was definitely a pig.
Yeah.
I think
The
it
way
was a pig.
you know, give it a little short leg run, quick.
Yeah, deer kind of have that lope.
Yeah, unless they're just getting it. But then if they're covering some ground, it's probably not a hog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
hogs don't bounce like that. They just
Yeah, the quick shuffle.
the Cupid shuffle.
But so then we get to this field, and we set up, and we think there's a hog in the middle of it. Turns out it was a bed of deer,
We thought it was a giant hog.
and then we start chasing the coyotes with the thermal with the drone. Get it stuck.
Oh yeah, yeah.
After
Okay.
we rode
Yeah,
for an hour
no.
and a half.
Sorry, that was. Wait, it's like 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah, or just
Jason Homo gets out and he's like, "You boys tired yet?" And in my head, I'm going, "Yeah, I'm tired.
we've been running.
I'm more
past-
slap out. Like I was ready. I was ready to be done an hour ago." He's like, "You boys tired? Like, can you hang?" Of course I can hang. Hang a drone right up in a tree.
pretty well too, because we
Yeah. So this
Oh, my
the whole
goodness.
the whole deal is we set up, and if it's a hog, it's in a fence that a hog can't jump.
yeah,
It's not a barbed wire fence they
chest
can
high.
get through. It's a hog wire fence with a strand of barbed wire around the top,
Not
and it's
chest
chest
high.
high.
Yeah.
So we could see it with the drone, and I'm like, all right, well, I decided to let's see if we can herd this hog into one of these openings that we can shoot. Turns out it's a deer.
It stands up. Right. Never mind.
Yeah, didn't work. We're like,
So-
okay, whatever. So drone's in the air. I'm like, oh, let's fly around and see, or else because there's gobs of fields we can hunt right here.
Yeah.
Oh, lo and behold, there's a freaking coyote
Standing in the cows.
standing in the cows, and we couldn't see it from where we were at.
We just
Well, Cooper could see it or parts of
I
it.
caught it more towards the end, right before the drone got hung up.
Yeah, so
I could see. So I was sitting there, and I could see the drone, and then I would check, and then I would see the drone, and I would check, and then the drone started going the other way, and I was looking, and I watched the coyote go off the hill and into this swag in this field, and it was gone.
Swamp.
Yeah, it was a swamp. It turns out
Swamp.
to be a swamp.
The old
Later
rut.
on that night.
yeah, and there's a gut pit and
Yeah.
bones.
Yeah.
We were
Bones.
tying bones to string to try to throw in the tree to get the drone out.
Yeah.
So what's happening is I'm flying the drone and I'm using it like a cutting horse. I'm going back and forth and keeping the coyote in the frame. Well, coyote just takes a big dive over this way, and before I could get it stopped, I see the tree line. I'm like, oh no. Hoping that I knew I couldn't get, like I was trying to get over it, did not.
It's like perfectly in these like
Didn't work.
fork.
Yeah, it just landed like right in the tip top of this maple tree, this giant
Just full of
fork that
leaves
came
and
over.
Fork.
So Jason Homo, being the stellar guy that he is, after it had to be so funny.
It
When,
was
like,
went home.
yeah, well, first we went and got more stuff from Darren's,
Yeah.
and then went back, and we all
Ropes
bounced on
and
it.
saws.
We tried to get
platters.
three people
tried to
on
get
that
it
one.
to break out. We bounced 4 people on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
5.
Trying to
My
break
legs
that
felt
limb
weird
out.
after that,
Oh, it was horrible.
especially being as tired.
Yeah. So we're all like delirious. I'm like, man, that moon is really bright. Oh wait, that's the sun
Yeah.
coming up. So and then we're
Birds started chirping.
yeah, and the farmer's fixing to get up and check his cows. We're exhausted.
We're in there with two
It's-
asses.
It's already starting to get hot. Yeah.
I suppose he ain't run out of there.
Yeah, so there's a couple of jacks in this field that do not like people, and we're trying to hide from them Like, we don't want them to realize that we're in there because they're going to come run us out of the field
I
and
don't know
stomp
what
us.
they must have been asleep. So
Yeah, I never did see them. So he goes back the next day, and he said him and the farmer shot $100 worth of buckshot shooting a limb to try to get it to fall out of the tree, and he did. He got it out.
He succeeded.
Yeah, and
we should have
it
just done that from the
it
start.
did not come back in one piece. I mean, it was one piece, but it was
rough.
it needs to be sent off for repair.
Yeah.
Like now. Yeah, that'd probably be a good thing to do.
We've gone black.
Oh, we've gone black. I'm gonna reset us. I don't know if
We've gone to light speed.
Or if we're right there at it. Oh, we definitely went black.
Overshot it by 2 weeks.
Good call.
But and we're back.
You gotta sync the audio out.
Yeah,
you know?
gotta clap.
Oh,
Gotta clap. Do the glock glock glock.
You didn't clap.
y'all clapped.
Glock glock glock.
But
All three of us have to clap.
so $100 buckshot later, we get the drone. We didn't even get the drone back then. We got it back the next night, didn't we?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
drove over there at 1:00 in the morning. I text Jason over. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna swing by and grab the drone. No response.
Nothing.
We just pulled in, blacked out the lights, grabbed the drone. He leaves it on a boat with a dog tied under it, and I don't know if this. Yeah, I don't know if his hog dog bites or don't. So I'm like talking real sweet to the dog, like, "Hey, buddy, I'm just here to get my drone." He got up and stretched real big, and I just grabbed the drone and got
Took
out.
off.
Yeah, so we drove all the way over there to get the drone, and then we never used it.
Well,
It also only had one propeller.
Yeah, that's what I was. I was like, we were picking up propellers while we were trying to get it out. So
Yeah. Yeah. That was not
thing.
good.
yeah.
So, anyways, then we get into night number 3.
Well, during the day we went over there and the dog tried to bite you. We got our
Yeah,
license
picked up
and
our
everything.
tags.
That was day
That
3.
was-
Yeah, that was on Sunday.
Yeah.
Because we,
Saturday.
talked
No,
to
that
him-
was on Saturday.
That was on Saturday.
because we talked to him, the
left
farmer
out
that
Sunday.
the same night that we
Yep.
got it stuck, didn't we?
Yeah, which was Friday.
Nope, picked up our tags. I took our licenses, got out of there, and then
Running.
we went and toured the famous 200 acres for a little bit, and then left there. And
Oh, that was so funny when Skip pulled up. We're over there. There's a pond on the 200 acres, and we're standing by this pond, but the road goes down the road goes down the other side of the pond. So Skip didn't know we were at the pond. We hear someone pull up and stop, and they had just he had some guys plant some trees down the road for, I guess, privacy.
He didn't have his hearing aids in.
Poor Skip can't hear. And he yelled. Ryan goes over there on the side-by-side, pulls up, and yells like, "What are you doing?" or something like that. Scares Skip to death. Of course, Skip is like screaming. We're like probably 250 yards away, and we can hear Skip
Skip
plain as
couldn't hear
day.
him, and Skip walks up, and Ryan throws a rock at him.
Oh, did he throw a rock at him?
Threw a rock or a stick at him, and he just jumped. He's like,
Yeah.
"Scare the shit out of me."
Well, I heard him hollering.
poor guy.
I heard Ryan hollered at him first. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, and I'm like, oh, he doesn't have his hearing aids in.
No, shoot no. And he said that several times. Like you talked to him, he says, "Oh, I gotta put my hearing aids in."
Yeah, let me just go get
I
my.
was kind of concerned because I was like,
Let me just go get my hearing
he's on the
aids.
side of the road, and he probably can't hear nobody drive by.
Well, the good news
But-
is there's only 7 people that live in the
That's
whole
what I was
county.
going to
Yeah,
say.
no
It's
kidding.
like we saw maybe 3 cars.
So we got done with that. We ate real big. Had a
Ate
big old
everything.
dinner.
Oh yeah,
Everything
had
that
that
was in the
fresh
cooler.
tuna and shrimp and
Dude, that tuna
all the
Was
fried stuff.
Killer.
That tuna was awesome.
Yes.
That tuna. If you've never had seared tuna, like some fresh,
Like you just sear it for.
fresh, never frozen seared tuna with a little bit of soy sauce, and as Skip would say, you gotta put the ginger on it. It's not the same without the ginger.
Hey, I'm not knocking it because
It was-
at first I was like, oh, it's gonna be gross because I don't like ginger, but at the same
I
time,
just thought the same thing, and I was like, I don't much care for ginger.
it was wonderful.
It was
But I
good.
don't think it's the same ginger that comes with like sushi.
Oh yeah, definitely the same ginger.
You think?
Yeah,
Because I was like, that had more flavor, to my opinion.
maybe. But he also put it in the soy sauce.
Yeah, he put
The
some
Well, he
sauce on it.
no, he mixed wasabi in the soy sauce.
Yes.
That's right.
That's what it was. So he had wasabi in the soy.
I
I
thought
do
he was
not.
putting toothpaste in it there for a minute.
Yeah,
It looked like toothpaste
he had a
tube.
tube of wasabi.
And the whole tube went in it, too. The whole tube, every time.
Shoot,
It was hot. I did
Nah, it
not.
wasn't that bad.
I did not. I don't like wasabi or anything hot.
So I've never liked the wasabi, but the way you had it in the soy sauce and everything.
Yeah. No,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't do the wasabi. The ginger
What?
and the tuna was good.
The way, I don't know, it's just a wild.
But
we
dude,
got burgers and
the
ribs.
fans. So we had the fans set up, and everywhere you would set up a fan, it was just littered with bugs.
Yep.
They would get sucked into the fan, and it would chop them up and spit them down on the ground. It was
Terrible.
Yeah,
disgusting.
wintertime
Don't
is
put the
definitely
fans-
the time to be.
On anything you want to put food on.
Yeah,
Table
it was. And it was so hot. Like we definitely ate better when it was cold.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't bad at night, though. Like, it was like 63 most.
Yeah, but when it gets that hot, you just
don't
you don't want
Oh,
to eat.
yeah. During the day.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I ate anything during the day. Oh, we
PB
ate
and
Mexican.
J's,
Yeah, PB&J's.
Ice cream,
ice cream.
dude. Snickers. Yeah.
It's
They're
Snickers
still in
up.
there. When we come back, that's the first thing I'm gonna do.
Eat a Snickers ice cream bar.
Yep.
You're not even gonna unpack the tent or anything.
Nope.
You're going straight to the freezer.
Yep.
Get me
They'll be
some
gone.
Snickers
Skip.
ice cream
Yep.
bars.
That's how I'm gonna start my weekend.
Those.
How many bullets are you taking next time?
Good
Lots
400
more.
rounds.
I took 100 and
I'm fixing to order more brass and projectiles there.
Well, we got 400 more projectiles.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that's right. You ordered a bunch of boxes, didn't you?
Yeah. You think you're the only one gonna be shooting the 6th Creed?
I thought you was gonna shoot the 6 arc.
That's still the same projectile.
That's true. That's
But
true.
probably not. I'm probably gonna shoot the 6th Creed.
You were impressed, weren't you?
Yeah.
I was impressed.
I was trying to build one before we left, and then I got a 3-day notice, and I'm like,
So,
You're trying to build what?
a 6 Creed
No.
and an AR.
Oh, you're out.
yep,
No ARs.
no points.
No points.
Skip
Points
was
off.
shooting an AR. You didn't kick him out.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much did, actually.
What?
We just couldn't wait for him to get out.
Skip
Skip.
shooting an AR. Well, pulling the trigger.
I
on
was
an AR.
surprised. It really wasn't that loud.
Well, he's cleaned the truck out, and I found a bunch of his brass.
Got about 30 rounds in there.
He's like, well, I'm out of magazines. Take me back to my truck.
Yep.
I was like, well.
Oh, he's a trip. Anyways,
So what are we on now? Deer.
On day 3, we pretty much rode the farm and murdered deer.
Pretty much. Those first two were not great, but we got warmed up.
Yeah, we had
Find that one.
we had a tough time out of the gate with our tactics. So if you ever end up on a depredation permit where you're riding around, leave the lights on.
Yeah, for some reason.
yep.
I don't know why. You kill the lights in the truck, they vanish.
Before you even see them,
yeah, they're
you'll just see their asses going into the bushes.
yeah, they're gone.
Like,
You leave the lights on, they just stand there.
Yep.
Not shining on them. Just in
We're trying to be sneaky.
the road. No, don't do that. Leave the friggin' lights on.
yeah, for some unknown reason.
I guess the biggest thing about shooting that much was, pulling up on something and then hopping out of the truck with the bob pods, setting up on the bank or, just on the other side of the bank
Skips would be
and waiting, hoping that the deer didn't take off by the time you got set up,
It was almost undoable.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. It was fun shooting deer legally. But
It was well. There's also a tremendous amount of work that went into it. Like I don't do well with stinky smells. And dude,
those two Ryan left at the camp.
shoo.
they were so rank.
It was just that hot out that night.
It was bad.
It was so hot. It stayed hot.
If you were to do that during winter, you'd be a whole lot better off.
Yeah, but how do you? The whole deal with the depredation, like they're eating their crops.
Yeah.
That's the point. So we also didn't shoot. We saw a lot of deer that we didn't shoot at that weren't eating the crops. They were all of them that we shot were
Stand in the middle of the field.
eating whatever was planted in whatever field they were in. So it was wild.
Yeah. It felt so weird at first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this feels odd, and then it turned into normal real quick. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
So, I mean, can we honestly say that the 6 Creed
Oh, it took the cake.
took the cake?
Yep. So
Especially when we
it's
set the
really-
plate out. Like, just for say, like when we had the plate at 400 yards.
Yep.
And then, I shot a 6 Creed. Poor Peyton shot a 6.5. That gun will never go back.
Overweight.
And then the old 308
I got a
Cooper.
6.5 Creedmoor for sale if anybody wants it.
Yeah.
It is not. It's not an impact thing. It was not hard to hit them.
No.
It just.
I just don't. I don't know.
I feel that there are better tools for the job.
I think Hornady is a lot of. I don't want to say propaganda, but they're just advertising stuff that's not true.
I don't know.
Because they come up with a 6.5, and then I have a 7 PRC.
We were shooting Hornady bullets out of the 6 Creed. They were
Their bullets are a whole different thing. But like the rounds they come up with, I don't think do what they say they do. Because I have a 7 PRC, and they're like, oh, it'll run 3,000 feet per second with a 180. They do not. They run 2,800 all day long. Will not run. Now, unless you're reloading, they will. Because I run mine up hot.
Step on the gas pedal.
Yeah. 68 grains of
Well, I
Tombow.
don't want to go into the ballistics, but I was shooting the same bullets out of the 6.5. So the new bullet from Hornady is an ELD VT, Varmint Target V Match is what they call it. So it's not a V Max, it's a V Match. It's a Varmint Target bullet. And I probably should have ran like a heavier bullet, a ELDM or something.
I feel like they'd slit. They'd pencil hole.
Maybe.
But there's no telling until you do it, I guess.
I don't know. You could have ran an ELDX.
How fast are those running?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure.
Come on now.
I haven't done it. I haven't checked them. Are you asking me about the VTs or the ELDX?
Them Varmint matches.
They are. Oh man, I'd have to look. I want to.
We
say
made them
around
really hot that one day, and they was just
Oh, dude, they were blistering.
Yeah.
We were. I'm not gonna say how fast they were going. like
We'll fill the case up to the neck and then cram the bullet down in there.
Let me put it to you like this: more powder wouldn't fit.
Yeah, I had an uncle that was like that.
like
He'd
when we
fill
pulled the
it-
trigger, we were both like,
7 mags, he'd fill them up to the neck, brush what wouldn't fit, hammer a bullet in it. And he shot, I don't know how many like that. Was not scared of it.
They were hot. They just didn't group at those speeds.
Yeah, that's the.
I had to slow them down so much to get them to group that it wasn't worth it at all. But
so we got a T-shirt coming out about 6.5.
Yup.
Yeah, I'd rather
So
throw a
everybody
rock.
needs to watch for that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'd rather throw rocks than shoot a 6.5 Creedmoor.
I'd rather have a dull rock.
Just rather have a sharp stick.
I mean, yeah.
So sorry for all you 6.5 lovers.
A lot of people's going to hate that. But
There's a lot of people who are gonna hate.
I think
You know what?
I think it's like any round, it has its place. Because they do great at.
Yeah, for steel
Target
targets.
shoot.
Yeah, like I say, it was
for killing
not.
critters.
It was not an impact thing. It was. I'm solely basing this off of terminal ballistics, but I was not. I went into. I bought the 6.5 and I was like, I'm gonna shoot the 6.5 because I am gonna make a believer. Like I'm gonna do
Not
it
out of me,
right.
you won't.
I'm gonna shoot everything.
I told you use a dummy from as soon as you click that button.
Dude, and you know,
You just can't.
it's
I
for
don't know
the.
why.
I'm not saying you can't kill a deer with a 6.5.
Oh, no. I mean,
You can.
yeah.
It can be done.
You're going to walk a long ways after.
There
That'd be
are
good on that blood trail.
there are better tools for the job, and in this case, the 6.5 was absolutely on the bottom of the pack.
Yeah. It's bottom of the totem pole.
I brought a 22 mag out there.
And I get it. I get
Whoa,
it. It's
we
it's
don't
what
condone that.
it's what bullets you're running and the whole shebang.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I should have ordered some Ally Munitions 6.5 ammo, and just went with that. Dude, Matt, or some match bull. There are other things that you can do that
There's
are
so
more.
many that you got to test.
There are other things you can do that are more conventional.
I think you should bring the 6 arc out there next time.
Did it do well the first time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen a pig bleed like that. Dude,
Lucky shot.
It blew stuff out the backside of the
Yes.
pig. Like,
We got video proof.
Oh,
like,
yeah, it was bad.
I like,
Like,
a headshot.
yeah, like a spray paint bottle or something. Like,
Yeah.
if you're like spraying something, it's been sitting in the sun, it like built up a good amount of pressure, and it goes. Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah. I don't know. The 6.5 is good for target practice, things like that. The weekend warrior shooter.
Okay, so here's my
efficient.
problem with the 6.5. I'm not gonna say that it doesn't work or it can't work in the right combination because I'm sure it can. The flip side to that is you can take a 308 and it does the same thing. Seems like no matter what you stick in it.
What do you mean? Oh, like it'll do.
Yeah,
it
like-
just punches holes.
Yeah.
Holes, and I love it.
It just
I love it.
the 308
30
it hits with authority.
Yes.
So
Sounds like a
anyways,
truck smacking them.
the 6.5 is being retired. Listen, feel free drop a comment about your favorite 6.5
Now-
bullet because they're getting more depredation tags. And so if you have if I get enough people with a factory round and a 6.5 Creedmoor that say, I swear by this round, I will buy a box, I will take them, I will shoot them, and I will document it.
I will say I got a buddy that hunts the Christensen Arms AR. He puts Varmageddons in it, and it absolutely hammers coyotes. I've not seen one. I say that. I've seen one run from him, and he gut shot it. So that's not really the bullet's fault.
Yeah.
Because he shot it high still, and it unloaded everything. Like it was dragging it through the field. And I was like, yeah,
Ooh,
that's
chill.
pretty rough.
pretty
But,
devastating.
yeah.
Double tap.
95. I think they're 95 grain.
I think I'm going to go hard on the 8.6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But out there, I just
that could
don't
be
know
a
if it's
money
got
pit.
I don't know if it has the range out there. Around here, it wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, that's gonna kill you.
Because I've watched
know.
people shoot.
Not
at
saying you
range.
shouldn't keep it with us, and that if we can get a deer, then
Yeah, I don't think
I'll just throw another thermal on it for those close
random.
range shots just
Yep.
to see.
sneak up.
I think it has the capacity.
But how many deer do you think dropped with a 6.5?
None.
About everyone
No,
I
that's
pulled
not
the
true.
trigger on with
That's
that
not true.
308.
I think two. I can recall two.
Yeah,
I'm here to tell you, I made
think
some
too.
killer headshots.
Yeah, you shoot them in the. You shoot
Yeah.
'em in the
I've been
dome.
trying to send y'all one for like 8 days. I don't know what my phone's doing.
You shoot them in the dome with a 6 Creed.
How many yards is that one that we watched? Like the plate
100,
skull like pop off.
190.
It's 190 yards.
It was 190 yards.
Really? I thought it was closer than that.
No, it was 190 yards.
Like-
I've got one that you shot, and it's standing there, and it looks like Bambi on the ice. It just his legs go out, and it just hits the ground. Like it's perfect.
You probably are not laughing out there.
I mean, it was. Hey,
Bambi on ice.
yeah, you know when his legs go out, just spinning. That's like, yeah.
Oh, the cool! I don't know. I still think one of the coolest ones. We got to do a shirt too that says "Died with Momentum."
Died with momentum.
Like
Plowing
this may
thunder.
take my man card.
The
But
running shot.
every gun you've ever sighted in for me has been an absolute death switch, and if I've missed, it's because it's all on me.
Yeah.
I've had a little bit. I've had a little bit of practice.
Well,
But like with that, I'm telling you, if I held it on the head, pulled the trigger, it's gone.
yeah.
Like no ifs, ands, or buts, and it's like I knew if I missed, it's because I pulled.
Yeah. I shot through the hole on the coyote target. With
Yeah.
it.
That was pretty weird. It's a weird sound, at least.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I
Is
was
it like
ba-
rang, but it.
I just barely clipped the edge of the hole.
I'll say that one.
Yeah,
Scope it all.
Scope and all.
Not the suppressor because I've waited too long.
Well, the muzzle brake will be in it, so.
Yeah, muzzle brake be in it.
Yeah, that muzzle brake's there now.
Yeah.
Good old rock set.
Locked on there. All right, so now that we've bashed on the 6.5,
Yeah.
runner
I think
up.
it's Hornadies, more or less, though. I think it's their
Come
problem.
on.
You think
I
it's
like their
you think
bullets.
you think it's a with the 6.5? You think it's what portion of it are you blaming on Hornady? The bullet I was shooting?
It was the way they developed it. I don't think there's enough speed in it.
That's what
But-
I would say. I think that bullet was too slow.
If you run a 6 Creedmoor up to 3,600 feet per second, they explode on impact. Because it's like, if you run something up that fast, if it touches a raindrop, it's going to explode.
Dude, it's nasty. You get it?
I don't think it's running fast enough. I think they tried to redeem it with a 6.5 PRC. And I still don't know about that round. I haven't messed with it any.
I haven't either.
I know the 7. The 7 is wildly accurate. And I wouldn't say efficient because it's the same as a 7 rim mag, just without the belt.
I think they nailed it with the arcs, too. So
I think the 22 will be killer.
The 22 arc and the 6 arc are.
I'm gonna just bring a 450 Bushmaster out there.
I hit someone with a sledgehammer.
Exactly. I want to knock the deer like 15 feet back before it drops.
The 6 arc that I've been around they're all right. It's out of an AR, so I think it bleeds a lot of the gas off, so you don't get as much speed.
Yeah,
I think that's the only thing.
That Joker screams.
Yeah, I'd say out of a bolt gun, it wouldn't do
that. That gun right there with the silver barrel is a Ruger American Action custom fitted barrel. I don't remember who makes it. And MDT field stock.
I'll tell you, I ain't toting that thing.
Dude, that son of a gun is accurate.
It's a straight 950 in it. Barrel profile.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there ain't nothing cut off that thing.
No.
Straight bull. All the way down.
The crazy part is you can get 125s now. Straight.
It's a heavy gun. You need a set of hand trucks to get it out in the field.
It's set up more like a comp gun.
Lay down with it.
Yeah.
Something else.
Yeah.
But
it would have been fine for what we were doing, though, because you wouldn't have towed it anywhere.
Yeah.
Back of the truck.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing with coyote hunting. You walk to all these stands.
Yeah.
That's what.
You got a heavy ass gun. You're like, son of a bitch.
Y'all were like, why do you keep taking yours out of the tripod? I was like, I cannot stand to tote the tripod for some reason.
All right. Let's see. How about your 308?
What about it?
Let's see it.
What do you want me to just want to put it across the table there?
Yeah, that's fine.
It started out, well, originally how it works is how we got started on building one was
That's a gay Magpul Magpul bipod.
Yeah, well, that's whatever. But we started out with a 7mm 08, and then we started doing a custom Remington action, and that went out the window. And then it was a graduation gift to start with, and then it turned into Dad's like, I got you a new action randomly, and I was like, okay. So we went over there, and it's an Origin action, which is Zermatt arms now.
What was up with the mag falling out of it?
I've noticed it before. If you set it on something and shoot, the mag will come out every time.
Right here.
No idea why. It's something about the way it recoils. KRG makes a mag release that's longer and you can grind it down. Makes the mag starter in it. So I might have to do that. But so then I had a 26-inch carbon barrel for it, and I was like, that's a little much for a 308. So we went with an 18 and KRG chassis.
Carbon fiber barrel.
Yeah, proof barrel.
It's purdy.
It slings them. It does great.
It's accurate. Mm-hmm. How about this ATN? I mean,
it's a Baron Optics Super Hogster, the first generation.
I'm
outdated for a minute.
It's not bad for something that's outdated.
It's hard to beat for when it was being produced.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat for a 380 because it's compact. You can stick it on anything.
Did you add the throw lever?
It's somebody, Apex something, makes them.
Yeah. So throw lever was pretty cool. Yeah. For me, I would have put it on the other side.
Yeah.
Just because, so that when it was bottomed out, you know what I'm saying? I can
give her the full motion there because I run with my left hand.
I do too.
Run the buttons with my left hand, I guess I should say.
Okay.
But these actions, they're hard to beat. They are slick. If you're going to do a custom action. If you're not going to do a custom action, there's...
What is it? What is this action retail for?
$900.
It's really, really smooth.
For $900, because Defiance went up to
Did it come like this, or did you have to work it in?
No, it comes like that.
I mean, it was just like that to begin with.
slick, Yes.
So, all right. How
And
about
it's
your
a
suppressor?
Pearl.
Because
That's, Rugged Surge.
the rugged
The
surge.
first ones. They have the X out now, which mine breaks on the end. It's probably carbon stuck, but
Carbon.
that's my fault.
It's had a round or two through it.
Give or take. I still haven't actually cleaned this gun, but
Oh my gosh.
I haven't cleaned it in a
We
while.
definitely have some guns that are in need of cleaning.
Yeah, and some floorboards. But the X actually comes apart more towards the halfway mark instead of the whatever this 1.7 inches that is or whatever,
I gotcha.
which I thought was more.
Right.
No,
But
it's a
it's cool.
quarter turn and then 3 rotations. It's a little top.
There you go. I'm personally a fan. I like the direct thread because, like, you're really. How often are you going to scramble to hurry and get your suppressor on there?
That's true.
I mean, most of the time you're gonna be
Like,
running with it.
you know, like it's on. It doesn't matter if it takes 30 seconds or 45 seconds.
Yeah,
Or 10.
You're walking in with it.
So,
we got 5 minutes.
yeah.
But shot a deer with Hornady Blacks. They do all right. I had pictures of it. The entrance was probably about big as my thumb, and then the exit was Red Bull can size.
Full pass through.
Yeah,
Dude, this suppressor was pretty quiet
yeah.
out of
not-
all of them.
A lot of people don't understand this. The whole thing with quiet is not really quiet.
It's tone.
Tone. Because if you got
All
one
about
that
tone.
sounds like it's just shoving air through a straw,
Yeah.
it's still just as loud.
That's what the 8.6 sounds like.
Yeah.
The
But
8.6 is friggin' amazing. It is amazingly quiet.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And it still, you don't realize how much authority the 8.6 hits with until you shoot something with it. It's just so quiet. You're like, that can't really be doing anything.
Yeah.
But it hits with authority.
Oh, it's 300 grain bullets, aren't they?
So,
250s.
well, that's enough of this one. Matt, let's see yours.
The old death switch.
But I've shot Hornady Blacks,
Can you rich?
shot Sierra Match Kings, and they do great on a groundhog.
I ain't got nothing to set it up
Rip
on,
their
but
their heads off. And then now I shot Nosler ballistic tips, 150s, and they do good.
it ain't no good if it ain't loaded.
Well, it's loaded but not chambered.
That's right.
So this, all right, I'm going to hold it up.
Didn't have one in the pipe.
Dude, this gun is heavy, but it's accurate out of the box. Like,
Yeah.
get her done accurate. I do not like, personally, this throw on the Savage 110. Not my thing.
How much is it? It's like these are, I think regular is 90 in it, 90 degrees of throw. And then like you can get 70s.
Is it 110? Is that why they call it the Savage 110?
I don't know.
Down it.
That would make sense. I don't know.
Running the old Thunder Chicken.
Yeah.
I would say I don't own that action.
This is what, like,
It's
once
way
you get
different
it-
when it come out of the
All
box.
right, I'm gonna quit doing that because when you get it worked in, it's a whole lot better. So
My granddad bought one, and I was like thoroughly impressed with
Dude.
what it was.
the bolt optic, the IRA bolt. This is the TL35.
Yes.
This is amazing for what it is.
Yeah,
It's easy to reach everything. You got your focus knob.
Zoom.
My favorite part about it is when you zoom, you can crank this joker in, and then you can back it back up.
Yep.
There's no cycle through.
yeah. You don't
So-
have to go
It's awesome. I mean,
all the way down and back.
super user friendly database or user base, however. And then of course you got your record, your picture in picture, all that good stuff.
Audio.
You got your buttons right here. But my favorite thing out of all of the things is that you can take this 30 millimeter tube and put whatever style mount you want on it. So you can take this and put, like I like to put the Warren Quick Detach. It's a cantilevered mount. This one. This is not the Quick Detach. I prefer to actually have the Quick
The
Detach.
levers. Yeah.
But
I was being cheap.
he's stingy. So, yeah, you got levers. then you can pull it off because you can save 3 rifle profiles. But this Joker is like, but I don't see how anybody could run this and not be satisfied.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like,
I will say, don't like the triggers. Never have.
I'm talking about the scope.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you said run this. Like, you got to run the gun with the scope, don't
Oh,
you?
I could
You
think
know?
I could think of a lot of things to complain about
I
this
think
setup.
for those
Like,
rifles,
I would like about 6 inches of that barrel to be gone.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Yeah, y'all were fighting.
Dude, it's
Get 'em
just,
out of the truck.
Well, the problem, and then you put the, like, just even going in the truck, the way that we have the truck rigged up, the barrel goes toward the ceiling, and I've got straps on the back of the front, the passenger and driver's seat, so you can strap them where they're pointed up, and it's just a fight to get them in and out.
Like, especially how long's that suppressor?
7 inches.
8 and change.
Yeah, another 8 inches more on top of that.
See, that's what I love about mine. Suppressor and all, it doesn't touch the roof.
Yeah,
That's like,
it's a whole thing.
but
Now, I thought about cutting it down a
Norton.
little bit, but I'm really scared that the accuracy is gonna take off.
I don't know. Well, you're gonna lose velocity, which is part of what's helping. This was just a killing machine, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
This thing, as long as you don't, both of you, don't rest the barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're shooting something, you cannot rest on the barrel. You have to put your rest.
That first coyote rested on the back of the truck.
And it was close.
It was maybe 100 yards.
Yeah,
If that.
maybe.
Like, that would have been pushing.
Maybe 100 yards. And you were dead on in the recording. Like, you were dead on it when it went off. You just were
It would have unloaded that coyote.
It
too.
changes the harmonics so bad. I was like, what happened?
Yeah, because you could
Pretty
see
wild.
the dust fly like
Oh,
4
we're-
foot above it.
We're dead over there.
Yeah.
So
but
for this second half, I'm just going to overlay videos of killing stuff.
that's fair.
We're going to have all sorts of killing stuff on this part.
But I don't know what it is about their triggers. I've never.
Never liked them.
I don't know if it's.
You can adjust that too. You can turn it down. You like where it's at?
Yeah, I promise you that.
put your trigger tech in it.
I
Trigger
put-
tech or
I
Godsley.
put a trigger tech on the 6.5. If I'm going to run the 6 arc, I'm going to trade it. I'm going to put the trigger tech on it.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I'll put the trigger tech on there. I'm still just not satisfied with the magazine.
Which one?
No,
No,
is it
that
still giving you trouble?
I don't know. It feeds fine. It's a pain in the butt to load, but it feeds fine. Except the bolt will actually go over the bullet, so you have to put pressure on the bottom of the magazine
Oh shit!
to get it to
So that-
feed.
Well, that's not necessarily the magazine. It'd be more the magazine catch.
Yeah, you could add to the magazine
Can
catch. It doesn't need much.
You might find a different mag.
That was my thought. I just gotta find
Maybe.
it. Either way,
The mag that it likes.
the system is not working.
Yeah.
So, speaking of system,
We're in black.
I know we just talked about that. Where were you?
Oh,
I was gonna overlay videos of the killing.
I didn't catch that.
So, do we want to run this into a part 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're putting the
So-
killings at the end and then do a part 2.
Yeah, we'll do some killings at the end, then we'll do a part 2. So I'm gonna stop this.